गुरवे नमः। नमां विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I am audible, Mataji, properly?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Malini Mataji and Lokeshwari Mataji, Rajchandrika Mataji, and all the committee of Sharanya Shama Manjari for giving me this chance and engaging me in this service. I'm actually remembering all the effulgent faces of ICC devotees and taking inspiration from all of you. I'll try to repeat whatever we have heard and learned in the process from Srila Prabhupada and his followers. So to start with, we'll just read the shloka from Bhagavatam, which we are discussing in this series of Navalakshanam. Shri Prahlad Uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu Bhaktische Navalakshana Kriyed Bhagavati Adha Tanmanye Ditamuttamam. Translation. Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. I'm definitely not going to read the entire purport because it is almost of 15 to 16 pages. But fortunately for us today, today's topic just covers one paragraph. So we'll quickly read through. Pada Sevanam, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Pada Sevanam. According to one's taste and strength, hearing, chanting, and remembrance may be followed by Pada Sevanam. One obtains the perfection of remembering when one constantly thinks of the lotus feet of the Lord. Being intensely attached to thinking lotus feet is called Pada Sevanam. When one is particularly adherent to the process of Pada Sevanam, this process gradually includes other processes, such as seeing the form of the Lord, touching the form of the Lord, circumambulating the form or temple of the Lord, visiting such places as Jagannath Puri, Dwarka, and Mathura to see Lord's form, and bathing in Ganges or Yamuna. Bathing in the Ganges and serving a also known as Tatiya Upasanam. one adding very quick. We are actually seeing this shloka, which is an answer by Prahlad Maharaj to a question asked by his father Hiranyakashipu. As when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad that what is the best thing that you have learned? The answer to question asked by Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaj is answering as to what is the best thing that he feels. And we are so fortunate that we are also getting to learn what is the best thing according to a Mahajan. So every living entity is actually looking for love. This is our basic need, to love and to be loved. Fortunate that in our search for this love, we have actually landed at the right place, as Srila Prabhupada's ISKCON, wherein we actually know whom to love. And bhakti is actually the process of expression of one's heart, expression of one's love. And we know the perfection of one's love is when it is reposed in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Prahlad Maharaj, through this shloka, is telling us how we can express this love to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So far, we have heard Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam. When we love somebody, how do we express our love? We like to speak about the person, we like to hear about that person, we like to remember the person, and we like to serve the person. How? By giving gifts, the person what he likes or she likes. So this is how we express our love. Same thing follows in bhakti too. When we love Lord, we express our love in a particular way. And what is that way is what we are learning through this series of Navalakshanam. Mahajano Yena Gatha Sapantha. So Prabhupada says, as we read in the purport, that when we do Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, it is naturally followed by Pada Sevanam. It is very, very natural. When we have heard enough, remembered the Lord enough, chanted His glories enough, it is very natural that this desire to serve Him comes or takes birth in our heart. So today we are discussing Pada Sevanam, the fourth aspect. Pada Sevanam has two words. It is a conjunction of two words. One is Pada and one is Sevanam. Pada means feet or the lotus feet, and Sevanam is serving. Pada Sevanam also has one more aspect we can look at it is serving the lotus feet or serving with the feet. Okay, two things. Just like one devotee whose name is Krishna Priya, she asked her Guru Maharaj, what is the meaning of Krishna Priya? So Guru Maharaj replied, Krishna Priya can mean that one who is very dear to Krishna, or Krishna who is very dear to everybody. So that's how Pada Sevanam also can be serving the lotus feet or serving with the feet. We'll see both the aspects in this. So just like we have seen the examples of each process of devotional service, like Shravanam, who exemplifies Shravanam, Parikshit Maharaj. Kirtanam is exemplified by Shukadev Goswami. Smaranam is exemplified by Prahlad Maharaj himself. These examples are described by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. In very great detail, very nicely, Rupa Goswami explains these examples. And Pada Sevanam is exemplified by Shri Lakshmi Devi. I just remember when I was taking classes at Gopal's Garden for children. I was taking this series of Navavidha Bhakti for them. And there was a boy in second or third standard. And I was teaching them the examples of, great devotees who exemplified each process. And for every process, whenever I would ask, so Kirtanam is exemplified by, and Chaitanya would say, Srila Prabhupada. And if I would ask in the class, and Vandanam is exemplified by, he would say, Srila Prabhupada. So he knew that this answer can never be wrong. Our dear Srila Prabhupada has also one who is teaching us. So he has set that example before us. So has also exemplified all the processes so well. So Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, exemplifies this principle of Father is a goddess who is most worshipped by everybody in this material world. Everybody wants her favor. Also, everybody is busy serving the lotus feet of Shri Lakshmi. But what do we see? Lakshmi Devi is serving the lotus feet of Lord Narayan, her beloved Lord. Actually, serving somebody's feet, touching somebody's feet is a very, very humble action. It is an action of humility. It is an attitude of humility. It takes a lot of humility to serve somebody's feet, to serve somebody actually, and what to speak of serving the feet. As even as children in our house also, we have grown up when our elders taught us that you should touch the feet of elders every day, or even when some elder visits our house, we should touch the feet of them. Why? Because the whole principle is that we make ourselves humble in front of them so that the blessings, their mercy naturally flows to us. Also, by making ourselves humble in front of elders, we are actually making ourselves ready for their instruction. It helps that attitude of humility makes the mercy. Actually, the position of Lakshmi Devi is where? Shri Vatsa, on the chest of the Lord. She resides eternally on the chest of the Lord. That's the position the Lord has given her. That place, rather, she prefers to sit at his feet and serve the Lord, press his feet and serve the Lord with humility, so that she can attract his mercy, his compassion through her humble service. That's the mood of Lakshmi Devi when she is serving the feet of the Lord. So in scriptures, there are so many devotees, we have heard, who also serve the lotus feet of the Lord. There are many, wherever the Lord went or goes, everybody worships his feet. One such story from Ramayana, we'll try to just remember and meditate, is the story from Ramayana. When Lord Ram was banished on the day of his coronation, he, along with Mother Sita and Lakshman, left Ayodhya, and they were walking towards the forest and finding the right place where they can make their residence. And just the first day, they met with the Nishada king, Maharaj Guha. They spent that night with Maharaj Guha, and the next day, Lord Ram wanted to continue with his journey, and he requested Guha Maharaj if he could help him cross the river. And Guha Maharaj said yes, of course, and he called his personal boatman, whose name was Kevat, and he told Kevat that please take the Lord and Mother Sita and Lakshman across Ganges, and that is your service. And Kevat also was very great devotee of the Lord with the service. And you know how devotees, they actually like to, if they get one service, they actually want to multiply it. They want to serve more and more. So when Kevat, when Lord Ram, Lakshman and Sita Devi, they came to the bank and near the boat, Kevat told the Lord, wait, don't sit. So Lord Ram was like taken aback. What happened? He said, Lakshman and Sita Devi can sit, but before you sit, I want to wash your lotus feet. And Lord Ram said, why? He said, because I have heard that previously, before getting married to Mother Sita, on your way to Mithila, you touched us. What will happen if you touch my? It will be a problem for me. I already have one lady at home. How do I handle the second one? So I would like to wash your feet. And Kevat washed the feet of Lord Ram. Lord Ram mercifully allowed him. Kevat and Mother Sita gave a ring to Lord Ram to offer to Kevat in reciprocation with the service that he rendered. And Kevat refused. He said, no, I can't take, this is my seva, and I don't accept rewards in response to my service, in return to my service. I will not be able to take this. And he said, Lord Ram said, but I am from Raghukul, you have to take it. Kevat said, no, I can't take it. Actually, it is so that you and me are from same profession. So Lord Ram said, same profession? What do you mean? And Kevat said, see, I'm a boatman. My job is to take people across the river. And you are also a boatman who takes everybody across the ocean of birth and death. So same profession people don't charge. Like we all know, if a doctor goes to another doctor for treatment, the other doctor will not charge him. Same way for all the professions actually. A dhobi will not charge another dhobi. But gave this idea that I will not take from you because we both are from same profession. And Acharyas also mentioned one thing about Kevat's pastime is when Kevat was washing the lotus feet of Lord Ram, he was continuously looking at Mother Sita and smiling. So Acharyas give the explanation about this pastime is that Kevat actually is a tortoise from the ocean of milk. And one day it so happened that this turtle, while swimming, came to the place where Lord Vishnu is lying on Ananta Shesha, and Mother Lakshmi is pressing the lotus feet. And this turtle saw the soft pink lotus feet of the Lord, and it wanted to touch, but it was not able to touch. And Lakshmi Devi wanted to help this turtle leave her seva, and she was not able to help. So this desire of Kevat as a turtle was fulfilled in this birth, and he was allowed by the mercy of Mother Sita's, Mother Lakshmi's desire, and also by the mercy of Lord, that he was able to serve, touch the feet, wash them, honor the water, serve Lord Ram's feet. Like that, also we know, we hear in Chaitanya Charitamrita the example of Kurma Brahman, who washed the feet of Lord Chaitanya and distributed the water to all his family members. We also see the example of Vyankata Bhatta, the father of Gopal Bhatta, in whose house Lord Chaitanya resided for 4 months of Chaturmasya, and they would wash his feet and distribute to the family members. So, devotees take great pleasure in serving the lotus feet of the Lord. No, it is ecstasy. They experience this ecstasy. So, seeing this, the Lord actually wonders. So, what is in it? What is in my lotus feet that gives so much ecstasy to my devotees? So, he also wants to experience it. The Lord wonders, what is in it? What is in it that in my lotus feet, that my devotees enjoy so much ecstasy, experience so much ecstasy. Even I want to know. So, as we all know, this pastime of Markandeya Rishi, who was getting tossed in the waves of Pralaya, came across a beautiful form of the Lord on an island, wherein Lord in the form of a small baby was lying on the leaf of banyan tree, the Vatapatra Shahi form of the Lord. And what was the Lord doing? What did Markandeya Rishi see the Lord was doing? What was he doing? Karara Vindena, with his lotus hand, Karara Vindena Padara Vindam. With his lotus hand, he was taking his lotus feet. And what was he doing? Mukhara Vinde Viniveshayantam. He was putting his lotus feet in his mouth. He was trying to taste the nectar of his own lotus feet. So beautiful. Because in Vaikuntha, he cannot do this, right? In Vaikuntha planet, as a four-handed form Vishnu, he cannot just take his feet and put in his mouth like that. But a child can do. Child can do anything, and it is accepted, because the child is in Annamaya Kosha. Anything he sees, he thinks it to be food, and he puts in the mouth, and everybody accepts it as normal. So even the Lord takes advantage of this, and he himself also does this pastime in the same way. Also, Lord Chaitanya, the reason for his incarnation is same, to understand the ecstasy that his devotees experience in serving him. So he comes as a devotee to experience this ecstasy. So that's the glory of Pada Sevanam. Pada Sevanam also refers to serving the lotus feet of Guru or spiritual master. Every day morning we sing, right? Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma, Shri Guru Charane Rati Eise Uttama Gati, or Ha Ha Prabhu Karo Daya Deho More Pada Chaya. We are singing the glories of the lotus feet of Lord, of our spiritual master. Serving the spiritual master, however, goes much beyond just physically serving his vapu or his body, but the real service to spiritual master is serving his instructions, following his instructions to the best of our capacity, making them as our life and soul, and being what Guru wants us to be. Actually, once one devotee told Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, I'm praying to the Lord so that I can follow your instructions. So I can have faith in your instructions. So Prabhupada said, you are nonsense, you are rascal. So this devotee did not understand. Prabhupada said, you can pray this before initiation. After initiation, you just have to follow. There is no question of praying. You have to follow the instructions of spiritual master. So this is how Pada Sevanam also refers to serving the lotus feet of our spiritual masters. Let us look at the second aspect that we had seen. We had seen that Pada Sevanam refers to serving the lotus feet of the Lord and also serving with the feet. So in Bhagavatam, we read about example of Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj perfected all the 9 processes of devotional service. How did he perfect Pada Sevanam? It is said in Bhagavatam, Padav Harer Kshetra Padanu Sarpane. Ambarish Maharaj perfected this process of Pada Sevanam, the process of Pada Sevanam, by visiting the holy places, by visiting the temple of the Lord. So we can use our feet to visit the holy places of the Lord, where the Lord has performed his pastimes, as Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in his bhajan, Gaura Amar ye sabasthane Korilo Brahmana Range Se sabasthana heribo ami Pranayi Bhakati Sange Bhakata Sange. So we can use our feet to visit the holy places, the places of pastimes of the Lord. Because the holy places, why do we go to holy places? The holy places actually has a lot of effect on purifying our consciousness. We have seen that whenever we go to a holy place, Vrindavan or Mayapur or Mathura, Jagannath Puri, or any holy place, it is very easy to perform devotional service. Our chanting is easy, we can hear better, our meditation on the Lord's form is better and easier. So visiting holy places has a lot of importance, but it may not be possible all the time for all of us to visit holy places very often. But Srila Prabhupada very mercifully has created holy places in almost all the cities and towns of the world. And his temples are actually non-different than Dham. So yes, going to visiting temple regularly is also Padasevanam. It also comes under Padasevanam. And same effects that we experience in Dham, we experience when we visit any temple, right? Like when we chant in the temple, sitting in front of the deities, in the association of devotees, our chanting is better. We can better focus on the form of the Lord. We can have our consciousness so much more focused and better when we are in the temple of Srila Prabhupada. And also circumambulating the temple, circumambulating the Tulasi also comes under Padasevanam. So Padasevanam has these two aspects. We'll just 1 second, Mataji. Yes. So quickly we will summarize what we discussed, and then we'll have some more discussions. We'll hear from you all, and if there are questions, we can discuss them also. So in a summary, we started with discussing the importance of following 9 processes as a path given by Mahajans and Acharyas. And we also discussed how Srila Prabhupada tells us that Shravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam is naturally followed by Padasevanam. Then we saw how Padasevanam has these two aspects. One is serving the lotus feet of the Lord, and another is serving with feet. Lord's feet, serving Lord's feet is exemplified by Mother Lakshmi, and how Padasevanam teaches us this very important principle of humility, which is so very important for practicing devotional service. We also saw the pastime of Kevat and Gopal Bhatta Goswami. We tried meditating on how Lord himself wants to taste the pleasure of Padasevanam, and how he manifests his Vatapatra Shahi form, and he tastes the nectar from his lotus feet. Padasevanam also refers to serving the lotus feet of a spiritual master. And we saw that how serving the lotus feet of spiritual master doesn't just mean physically serving his lotus feet, but it has a much more deeper understanding, is serving his instructions and making them as our life and soul, and following them till our last breath, and trying to be what our Guru wants us to be by following his teachings in our life. And then we also discussed the second aspect, which is serving with feet. So using our feet to visit holy places, temples, wherein our consciousness is purified and we can perform devotional service with more focus and more absorption. Also circumambulating Tulsi, the circumambulating temple also comes under the principle of Padasevanam.